So in my original edit, I have this one really long take of Sarah putting down a briefcase on the table, opening it up, getting out the pen and pad, writing something down, and then putting it on the table, pushing it to Claire picking it up, opening up, and reading from it. Okay? So it takes around 38 seconds. So I'm going to use the different camera shots I have in this section to condense time and speed up this part so it doesn't go for so long. So I'm going back to my library and using the variety of shots that I have available to me to try and speed things up a little bit. So I've got this angle here, which is really, really great. So there's a great shot of Claire reaching up, picking up that briefcase. So you can also use a blade tool. Sometimes it's called a splitting tool on other editing softwares, but it means that I can make an incision in the clip and turn it into 2 clips so that I can insert these other shots that I want to use. So I think that would be pretty cool. Go into the briefcase. Maybe I'll come back to this long shot. Maybe this could just be the part where she sort of writes in the book. So I'm going to drop that in. Maybe I'll come back to this shot again. Again, I'm selecting in and out points, so I can just grab the little rough section that I want. I think one thing I can do here is really cut out this part of her, putting the pen back. So here I'm just going to grab her closing the book. So I'm going to select my out point, where she sort of leans into the table. Just do a bit of trimming here. So here she's leaning to the table. And I've also got this shot of her actually pushing the book across. So I'm going to use that. Okay, so I've got all the shots in here now. But as you can probably tell, with all the clips in their sort of raw form, where I haven't really gone through and done a fine cut, so far it's longer than what I originally had of 38 seconds. But now we're going to go through, do a bit of a fine cut of this section and really get that quick cutting or that condensing time happening. So let's have a look. So we started at 38 seconds. And we've managed to get it down to 29 seconds, which doesn't sound like a heap. I guess we've lost, 9 seconds. But instead of that one long shot from the same camera angle, watching that whole action of opening up the briefcase and getting everything out and writing in it, not only does it go quicker, it feels like more is happening. It feels like action's happening more quickly because we are using a variety of shots and camera angles. So let's have a look at that section and see how it plays now. So I'm really happy because I feel like that scene has a lot more energy, but it's not moving so fast that you lose track of what's happening or that any suspense or tension has been sucked out of the scene. I think that's all still there. But we've saved a lot of time. We've shaved 8 seconds off this section, which is almost a quarter of the footage that we had in that section. And it just feels like there's a lot more happening, and it just looks a bit more visually interesting as well. So that's one way of condensing time.